I love making something out of nothing. I'm not trained, but I am brave and determined. Of course, I could hire a professional, but DIY first. On the other side, starting from where the window is, over to where you see that tape, is going to be two more lower cabinets like the ones over here. So they will be shorter to fill in the space between the miter saw station and then over here where this tape outline is. So where the tape outline is, I got a cabinet for free, and so that's where the tape outline is there. I'll be putting that cabinet there and building base cabinets to connect the miter saw station to where that tall cabinet is. Hey guys, just got off work. I cleared this space out, which is going to be like the second set of cabinets on the other side of the miter station. And so hopefully y'all can hear me okay, because I got my fans on back there and it's pretty hot still. So anyway, I'm gonna do the base today and cut some pieces. I try to do the loud part of the work in the evening time, so that if I feel like getting up early in the morning, which tomorrow's the 4th and I'm off, so I probably will come out early tomorrow and do some more work, hopefully before it gets too hot, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself, but I would like to go ahead and get this side done. I have a big, like a tall cabinet that's just sitting outside of the garage waiting to come in, and so hopefully I can get this side of the cabinets built, and then I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, so maybe next week, if I can get done everything I'm wanting to get done, maybe next week I can do kind of like the pretty stuff to just pull this area together and make it, you know, make it complete. So we'll just see how much energy I have and how much I can get done. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on this space over here, at least try to get that part done, and we'll just kind of go from there. I need to level this platform to this one, so I'm gonna put this brace there so I can have something to rest my level on to make sure that they are even as much as possible. is how tall the vertical pieces need to be. I always like to measure in real life. I trust that more than my tape measuring skills. This is my line for the vertical part of the cabinet. The tile cabinet will go here in this area. So I measured how much space I would need. Corey's gonna have to help me get it up here. So this side over here is cabinetry and countertop. For the installation of the drawer slides, this is where having a ledger board comes in handy. So I was able to just transfer the measurements from the other side of the cabinets to this side so that there's going to be drawers at the top of these cabinets and they'll be open at the bottom. But because I was able to do the ledger board previously, I was able to easily just transfer those measurements over. And that way the drawers on both sides will be even and at the same level. the shelves in, the drawers in for the two cabinets. The tall cabinet will go here, so it should fit fine here. But this drawer slide, I made this drawer just a tad bit too short. And so if you can see how this drawer slide sits firmly on the roller here, and this one is kind of off centered, so it should sit like that. But if I have it on one side, the other side is just slightly too short. So the way to fix that is to just put a little shim, like a little thin strip of wood behind this drawer slide, like a spacer. So just add a little spacer here to bring this part closer to the drawer, and that'll fill in that gap. But I've been at this for about 4 hours now, and it's the 4th of July, and I want to do some other stuff, so I'm gonna call it a day here, and I'll come back to this probably in the morning. Hey y'all, it's Saturday morning, and I'm back in the garage. We're still in the middle of a heat wave, but it's pretty early. It's around 8 o'clock in the morning, and I think maybe I have a couple of hours before it gets like extremely hot and unbearable out here. So what I want to try to do is get the frame work done to be able to install this cabinet over here in the open area beside the lower cabinets. Once I get that figured out, it will finish off that wall of storage for now anyway. And then the only thing that will be left to figure out and install will be the fronts and doors, the drawer fronts and doors on that area. And then I can get into the, I forgot about the miter station. So that needs to be installed as well. But as far as the cabinets and things go, the doors and drawer fronts and hardware will be the final step. I also have that other drawer slide that I need to correct. I made the drawer slightly too small, so it's not really sitting on the track very well. So I need to add like a spacer to the slide where it attaches to the drawer to kind of bring it a little closer, maybe about a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch, and then it should sit securely and function properly. So this cabinet is not as deep as the lowers, so there's going to be space behind it, but I'm not quite sure as of this moment right now how much space, so I need to figure that part out first. And then once I know how much space I'll have, then I can kind of figure out if the space behind this cabinet will be usable in some way, and if so, how can I use it to be able to maximize the storage. If it's not really that much space or not really usable space, I think I won't worry about it. I'll just kind of close that area off. But if I can figure out some kind of way to use that space behind this cabinet, then I think that will benefit me. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure how deep this is and mark it out on the platform where it's going to go. And then I can see how much space I'll have and kind of think through what to do with that space. I'm also going to need to build out like a frame that'll go behind this at the top to be able to attach this piece to the wall to secure it. So, you know, there's going to be a gap there, so I'll build just like a rectangular frame to go between this cabinet and the wall so everything is secure and it won't fall over. And I'll also attach the lower cabinet to this cabinet as well from the side. So that's the plan. But whatever I'm going to do in that space, I kind of need to do it before I install this cabinet, because I'm thinking it's probably going to be too narrow for me to fit behind there. You know, once it's in place, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to like squeeze in there and do anything additional. So whatever I'm going to do, I need to figure it out now and go ahead and put those structures in place if there will be any. Also, the space behind here still needs to be accessible anyway, because there's an electrical outlet behind it that's going to be behind it, and I need to, obviously it will need to be accessible if there's any kind of issue. And I'm excited because today is Saturday, but Friday or Saturday of next week I got my crew coming in. I got my nephews coming down, and they're gonna help me. I don't know if they noticed or not, but I already talked to their mama, so what she say go. But anyway, they're gonna come down, and I'm gonna get them to help me pull everything out of the garage so we can just kind of blow all the sawdust and kind of clean up a little bit, and then put things back in order, in an order that makes sense and where everything is accessible, but also to where all of the electrical plugs and outlets are accessible. I also want to be able to access this window that's over here on the side. So I'll need to think through how to organize things, and I'm trying to debate on whether I'm going to tear down that other cabinet. There's a tall cabinet that mirrors the one that I tore down on this side. There's an identical one on the other side, and because of the way it's oriented, it doesn't really fit with my plan. It's facing out this way towards the garage doors. I would prefer it to be facing this way towards the interior of the garage, or not be there at all, because there's so much furniture and things. So I may tear it down, and if I tear it down, I may have to rebuild something else there instead. I don't know, but I'm still trying to figure that part out, and I kind of would like to figure it out before the nephews come. Whatever I can do in preparation of that, I want to try to make that day go as smooth as possible, because I'm pretty sure it's probably still going to be hot, and I don't want to like have them out here dying in the heat unnecessarily. So whatever I can do ahead of time, that's going to be my mission coming up to that date. But for today, the goal is this cabinet. So let me get started. Here I am trying to get a accurate outline of the dimensions of the cabinet, and then I'm going around with a 3/4 inch piece of scrap wood so that I can have a 3/4 inch surround to account for all of the cladding that will need to go around it to make it look nice. So that's what I am doing here, and trying to check my measurements 2 or 3 times to make sure it's accurate. Since I'm trying to install this by myself, I put these screws here to try to hold this piece up, or at least to help give it some support. If I had been thinking in advance, I would have just put the back piece on first and then attached the other parts of the rectangle to that, but this method worked okay. As I've been going through some things in the garage, I've been finding stuff that I forgot that I had, and these drawer slides are an example of that. I had bought these previously for some other project, didn't use them, and now trying to figure out if I have what I need to be able to execute the plan that I have in mind. trip to Home Depot and got a drawer slide, and I've been kind of trying to think of what I want to put in the space behind this cabinet, and I think I have pretty much decided that I'm going to make a clamp storage rack that can pull out, similar to how my spice rack does in the kitchen. So I got one set of drawer slides that are the side mount type that I was going to put on the side between the pull out part and the wall. As I'm thinking about it though, one set of drawer slides, I'm not sure how much weight that can carry. So I'm not sure if that in particular will work. But I do have this other drawer slide that I had from some project before. Maybe I bought it when I did the kitchen, I'm not sure, but it's an undermount, like a bottom drawer slide. Let me get it. Yeah, this is it. And honestly, I don't know how this works. I'm thinking maybe I ordered it on Rockler, but I'm not 100% sure. And I actually forgot that I had it, so I don't really know. Don't remember where I got it from. It didn't come with any installation instructions. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks kind of short. This, see, it says right. This part pulls out. Maybe it's not short. I don't know. It has, how about I put something down? I'm doing too much. So it has, it's soft close. That's nice. But it comes out that much. A full extension. But I don't know how you attach this, or I don't know how to work it. So the drawer slide that I bought is 24 inch because the space is actually 36 and 24 was the biggest I could find at Home Depot. But now that I'm thinking about it, with the weight, I would want to put a sheet of plywood on the back side of the pull out part, so that whatever I attach, I can screw directly into that. So that's gonna add more weight for the plywood, plus any attachments that I screw into it, plus the weight of any clamps that are stored there. My second idea was to, like, you know those brackets that you can put like broom handles and things like that in, that just like you push it up and it like latches onto it, kind of for brooms, poles, for paint roller extension poles and things like that, then could be stored there. Those would be things that I wouldn't necessarily be reaching for on a daily basis, so that may make more sense. It would be lighter, and I wouldn't need a full sheet of plywood. I could just use a strip or two to create the box that I could then attach the front of the pull out to, and just add a handle and then call it a day. And so I think I'm gonna sleep on it until I can make up my mind on doing clamp storage versus pole storage. I'll call it that. I don't know. So something like that would maybe be handy, and then maybe I could add some additional basket storage onto it as well, to have, you know, some additional small items, more like a cleaning section or like that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that because that'll be more lightweight, and again, not something that I would need to access on a daily basis. And maybe I would want the clamps to be more accessible. I don't know. What would you do? Put it in the comments. What would you do? So I'm gonna sleep on it, but for now I think I'm gonna find a little bit something else I can do in preparation for when the boys will be here, and try to just accomplish what I can accomplish.